Hey Ryan.
Hello.
Hi. It's we're here. It's me. It's Andy. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Rightfully so. I think the guys from We Were Gamers are tired of hearing me talk about Pokemon Go.
You should tell them to Pokemon Go away.
I I might, depending on the content that we create here and how good it is. How you doing, bud?
Good.
Well, it's been a while since we chatted Pokemon Go, except that we text each other about it pretty much every day.
Well, I text you about you ditching me on joining a raid, you mean?
I'm gonna be honest. I have very few coins left. I have no remote passes, and I looked up the stats on that. I don't even know how you say it. Kyurem.
You gotta know your Pokemon lore, though. He could potentially be important, so you could fuse him, okay?
Say what?
Yeah,
See, this
he
is
was
why I
like...
try Pokemon with you, because I have no idea what you're saying to me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be a total nerd here. But in like Black and White 2, you take the Kyurem and you fuse him with Reshiram and Zekrom, and he makes different types of Kyurems.
Right. He absorbs his brothers or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't do that in Pokemon Go.
They're adding mega evolutions. They can do anything.
Okay. See, this is literally what we're gonna do. This is why I want to do this. I have no idea
It's
what you're
50
talking
coins to unfuse. Done. There, I made it.
about. So you think that he's gonna be better in the future, is what you're saying?
Yeah, potentially. And they could go the route where they require you to have it to fuse and not just have it as a form to catch.
Oh man, I passed up on the raid. I don't have the other two either.
Yeah, I only got one of them.
Well,
So what are you using all of your remote raid passes on?
uh, mm, uh, I thought, being a noob to the Niantic model, that there was going to be more ways to get these raid passes.
For free?
Oh, or at least for more than like 100 coins a pass. Like I thought maybe you could go raid them, or you could get them from stock. It's like some sort of way they would eventually replenish when they introduce these things. Given, I guess we should say what we're talking about. Remote raid passes are ways to raid from any stop you can, no, any gym you can see without having to be there, which is really nice because I can see
And
two
now you
gyms.
can use them, just invite friends and have them use it and join you anywhere in the world.
Yeah, which is great. We should go through a list of everything they've done to this game because it's kind of crazy. I'm having
Just
more
the
fun than
list
I've.
is as long as their revenue increase.
I'm having a lot of fun. I really am. I think they've. It's pretty obvious a lot of this was already in the works. I think.
Yeah. I think the friend invite was probably something that was planned.
And so maybe they repurposed the raid pass to do more than it originally did. But a lot of these changes of making more spawns, making incense last longer, having the distance of the eggs. We'll talk about GoFest in a little bit and all the
And
changes
I
they made
know
for
and I
that.
know I'm just jumping down the next step here when you want to talk about all this stuff. But is it ever going to go back? Do you think it can?
No,
Like it just can't, right? It's too player friendly
it's so player friendly. I
and
am having
revenue
the
friendly.
most fun I've had playing this game. I have it
So
open multiple times a day now.
the smallest change of just increasing the radius around you in which you can interact with gyms and stops
Oh
made
my
me from
gosh.
having nothing I can do at the house to having 3 Pokestops I can
Oh
spin.
my gosh, man. Just being able to, like, yeah, on walks in my neighborhood, I can hit stops now
Oh,
instead of having to
you
cross
missed
streets.
you missed the free daily quests that are given to you every day, so you don't have to spin a stop to get a quest anymore.
That's pretty cool.
The
I wish there
increased
were
spawns.
a little more variety in that, but the idea of the daily quest thing was cool. And it made you kind of get out and go to the Pokestops. I get why they did it that way. You know, because the whole idea was you were supposed to go to do things. You can't go to do things, and
That
so
darn forcing people to go outside thing was curtailing their revenue this whole time.
I know it really put a crimp in their style, didn't it? To be fair, the Pokestop quests are still way better.
Oh yeah, but it's just like for people that can't get outside, they made it so you can still play the game.
Yeah, I there's too many changes to list, including like opening
Well,
up the eggs to having lots of different Pokemon from around the world, and
one of the I think the most player friendly biggest one that did was rebalancing all the spawns so it wasn't just random out at near certain locations or set location spawns because before when Sarah and I would go on a walk, it's like, okay, we round this corner, we know there's always a spawn right here, and they rebalanced them all based on player data, so they spawned where people were actively playing more.
it's genius because now I don't have to move, and I have 4 or 5 spawns next to my house.
The best is I go to visit my family and you can tell where my family's house is, and clearly my little brother's the only person playing Pokemon Go because there's 3 spawns at that house and nothing anywhere else in the neighborhood.
I'm the only one in our neighborhood. I don't see any other spawns in our unless I go over to the where all the Pokestops are at the like grocery store and all that sort of stuff. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between here and there. So that's pretty good. I think that you're right to bring up their changes. I'm sure increased their revenue by tenfold. But they were also really, really player friendly for especially current terms of service on what you're allowed to do in
Yeah, I
life.
mean, it wasn't like it's not some sort of predatory change where they're advertising to whales or something and trying to get money off that. It's the changes are actually incredibly player friendly.
Yeah, I think other than being able to get raid passes, I have no complaints, right? Like
But I mean, even that, like,
it's only 100 coins. That's 2 days
raid
in a
passes
gym.
were limiting before, but adding a remote raid pass for the exact same cost is just allowing people to do the exact same thing.
Yep. And a 3-pack is me walking over and getting my Pokemon into gyms for like a few nights, and then I don't have that problem when you text me and say we're doing a raid. You want it? You know,
Yeah.
and that's still pretty good, I think, overall. But one of the things that I think I want to hear about, because you texted during it, but I think you were pretty busy. How was GoFest, man? I mean, I didn't have the guts to spend $15, but I still logged in every hour to see what crazy weird stuff was around me. I had incense going so that I could get some cool stuff from around the world. I got a Gibble.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know like how much value there was in the $15 because the entire spawn system was set up for everyone globally.
Okay.
So it was just kind of like the quests that you got with it that were different.
Okay.
Um, but I justified it as since my little brother was quarantined for his birthday back in April
Oh,
as a birthday present to him to take him out and do it. But I mean it was an exhausting blast.
I mean, the
Um,
raids alone would have been exhausting trying to get to all those raids. You went to a big park?
Oh yeah, we went to big park that has been taken over by level 40 players. So there were maybe 50 stops and 20 plus gyms in the area.
Okay.
So it was just spawns everywhere, walking location to location. I don't know how much you were paying attention to the flow of it all, but day one where they had these 5 blocks of 1 hour time periods where it was a set spawn system. So 1 hour was water type and fire and grass and then like different themed ones.
Yeah, I caught that.
And it was a whirlwind trying to keep moving the entire time to find as many rare spawns as possible and trying to get shinies. And it was, I mean, day one was, I think, 25,000 steps and like 11, 12 miles walking
Oh,
over a 10-hour period.
man, Nintendo really loves to give it to you, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was crazy, but I mean, it was a blast. Of course, my little brother got like 20 shinies day one, and I got like 10. But
It's his birthday.
But I mean,
present.
whatever. It was a birthday present, right? It's justified, and I love it too because at the end of both days, he ended up with probably close to 40 shinies, and he was still furious that he didn't get a shiny unknown. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's awesome. I don't. I think I've gotten one unknown the entire time I've played this game.
I mean, that's realistically all you need.
I guess that's a good point. There's only one dex
And my
entry, and it's not like you're gonna
and
hold the whole alphabet in your machine.
yeah, my favorite part too is that the shiny is one of those ones that's so lame where it looks like almost exactly the same color. Like, why fixate on that of all things?
Everyone's got their thing, and that's the cool thing I think about Pokemon Go is there's like such a different. They've now expanded that game, so there's such a different variety and focus you can put on it. Like, do you just want to do PvE? Cool, get the good PvE Pokemon and level them as high up as you can go. Do you want to do PvP? Well, there's like 3 different levels of doing PvP to keep it kind of fair and even
Well,
for people
and
that
now
don't
there's
pay.
like there's different types of PvE now too, right? Like you got the Team Rocket PvE or like gym stuff, which is basically PvE, right?
Yeah,
And
gym
just
stuff.
catching Pokemon,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got different aspects of it all. And I mean, I don't love the Team Go Rocket stuff, but it's something to do. And
Interesting.
when day two of Go Fest was taken over by Team Go Rocket, and it was just every single stop was constantly a rocket stop. I mean, it still was a blast getting to try stuff and do different things that I normally wouldn't do. And like one of the quests you got for the $15 gave a boatload of recovery items or whatever. Since I've been dropping those for the longest time
Oh
to
my
make
gosh.
space.
So they've been doing this Go Rocket thing for a while now, and it forced me to play the game beyond collecting.
Yeah.
Like the game for me so far has been at the most involved I've been going with you and your brother and Sarah to
The community days.
the community days, right? To like, oh, okay, well, like, yeah, sure, I'll go try and get a 4-star or a shiny, or I'll go to the raid day that you guys are going to, and then I'd get a thing. Like, I didn't know how good that Raikou that you took
you'd
me to
get
go
all
get.
the shinies and we'd get none, and then you'd be upset that they weren't good enough for you. Yeah, those days you mean?
I should show you my list of Abras that I got from the at-home community day. You'd be really upset.
No, that was the worst because I sat there for 3 hours and I didn't get a single shiny from Aber. All
right, hold on. This is the easiest thing to do since I have my list up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shinies, and I think 3 of them are almost perfects.
Actually didn't get a single one, but the funny thing was like 2 days later I clicked a random Aber and got that one shiny. But I couldn't get it when it's like the 1 in 30 chance of getting a shiny. I clicked like 500, don't get a single one.
Well, yeah, there's more spawns in my house. You got to come over here. Well, not
Clearly.
I mean, outside. You have to stay outside, but
Yeah.
oh
I'll
man,
look in longingly from the window.
Oh, hey, you could reach the spawns. It's okay. No, I have different thoughts on, but yeah, the Go Rocket thing is the first time, and especially like the lead up to the Go Fest where they were like, "Hey, this Go Rocket thing is going to take off. How about these balloons?" The balloons are over my house all the time.
Well, I think it's like you're set to get at least a guaranteed one per day. So it's just another playing from home feature.
Yeah.
So if you can't get to a Go Rocket stop, the Go Rocket stop literally comes to you.
I've got at least 3 a day, and usually they're Jesse and James.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, it's nice because you get two of the.
Oh, okay, wait. So sidetrack. You'll love this.
Oh boy.
So I guess I experienced this too, but so when I was buying the day before buying my pass, or like the 2 nights before, it actually takes an inventory space. So you need to physically have inventory space to buy the pass.
No.
So I had to drop 77 items to spend $15.
Oh no.
And then stage 1 of the quest for GoFest day 2 that you got for buying the pass gave you like 200 Pokeballs and a bunch of recovery items.
Oh, okay.
And then the next and like the first day you got like 200 Great Balls for the quest.
Wow.
So like they super stocked you for stuff.
Well, they knew. I mean, come on, they can't not. This is part of my point about the Go Rocket thing. I've been at or under I've stopped opening up my item cap at 1,000 to try and save up coins for boxes. I've
Hmm.
been at or over my item cap for a while, and now I'm severely under. So that Go Rocket thing has eaten a lot,
Yeah.
a lot,
So
a
so
lot of
day two,
recovery.
right? Day two, they start you off with this quest. You get 200 Pokeballs, a bunch like 40 max revives, a bunch of recovery items to get you through. And then like the second or third quest in the chain is defeat every single team leader or whatever the sub leaders are for Team Go Rocket.
Uh huh.
So to do that, you need to build a rocket radar,
Right.
but you need the inventory space to get the rocket pieces.
Oh
So we
no!
were like
Oh
200
no!
items over, so we had to go play the game to even try the quest.
Oh, the rocket radar shouldn't take up. They should remove those from the bag. Some of that
Oh
stuff
yeah.
doesn't count.
Well, I think they finally made it so gifts don't count.
Yes, that's true. But I understand lures and berries and all that sort of stuff. But like I don't know, like your Sino stones and stuff like that, should those count? I don't know if those should count.
Okay, that's Sinnoh to you. Thank you very much.
Sinnoh, see, this is what I'm talking about. I need to talk to you more. Your camera, does that take up room? I
You
don't
know,
know.
that's a good question. Why I think incubators take up room, right?
They absolutely do.
And
Yeah.
did you know that eggs take up a Pokemon space?
They do what?
Eggs count as a Pokemon space.
Eggs are so I have 400, so 9 of those 400 are my eggs that I haven't hatched.
Correct.
Oh, that's so lame.
Well, it kind of makes sense, right? Coding wise, because it hatches into a Pokemon, so you have to have space
Yeah, but you
available when
can't
it
delete
hatches.
an egg.
But trust me, I know that would
Oof.
be the most player friendly feature. Just spin till you get 10Ks.
Yeah, I mean, like, why do I want this 2K egg? Please. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. So leaders, and then we get back to Pokemon Go Fest.
It's
Yeah.
too much.
Leaders. It's the first time I've fought any of the leaders. I have never really been lucky about finding stops with rockets in them. And so this is the first time I've like really took on the leaders. This forced me to like go at the game part of the game where it was like, okay, well, to beat this leader, I need to counter him, which means I need to max out my Raikou
Yep.
that we ended up getting that one time.
Dude, it's just back in the day from when you were a kid, right? You stopped from just opening the Magic the Gathering packs and you finally hauled yourself down to the card store.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So, it took me a while to beat all 3 of them. That was kind of really fun. I think. I know that you probably like have so many strong Pokemon it wasn't a big deal to you.
No, no, some of them are just like I mean that's going in circles around all of this. My favorite part about GoFest was the fact that Litwick and Darumaki showed up to it, two very strong fire type Pokemon that I like was a huge hole I had where I just didn't have a super strong fire type Pokemon.
Litwick.
Like Chandelure is a beast, man.
Chandelure, really?
Yeah, he's one of those super glass cannon Pokemon.
Oh man, did I dump my Litwick for no reason?
Oh, rare ghost Halloween only Pokemon. Got rid of it.
Probably. I dump a lot of stuff, man.
You did say you have an alarming amount of bag space compared to Pokemon box space.
Yeah, well, because I kept, like stocking up. I had at one point over like 80 revives.
That's to see. That's just too much.
But see, I wasn't raiding. I wasn't
Oh yeah.
doing that much gym. I wasn't doing a lot of this Go Rocket stuff. And then all of a sudden, now it's Go Rocket time, and I don't need as much bag space as I've purchased.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. I could probably have dumped a lot of other Pokemon in here. Like I think I have 1, 2, 3, like 12 Abras.
Well, I mean, that's the hard thing, right? Like, I have that issue after every community day. You get so many shinies. It's just cool having shinies. But realistically, trading is so hard in the game because if it's, something someone doesn't have, it's so expensive. So
Oh yeah.
it's not like you're just like, okay, I'm going to save this Tauros because you can only get it in North America. And when I go to Japan, I'm going to meet some Pokemon Go players who really want this Tauros. You just can't realistically do that because it costs like $1 million dust to trade.
I cannot believe that you brought up Tauros. I had the most head desk moment of all time, and
Did you lose a shiny Tauros?
it involves Taros.
Please explain.
I had at one point like 250 Taros candy, and I had never really gotten a good one. They were like okay, 2-star maybe. I finally got like a 3-star one with medium-ish defense but good HP and full attack, and I finally was like, you know what, Taros isn't that great, but it could be kind of nice to have. He has like a lot of cool moves like Zen Headbutt and Iron Head and Earthquake and all that. It could be nice in fighting these Go Rocket people or a gym or something to have a strong one. So I spent a bunch of dust and powered him all the way up and opened up his third attack.
Ooh, that's expensive.
The next egg that hatched that day within an hour, 4-star Taros.
I think though we all have had that moment. I remember when relatively on when I was first replaying again because I started in like the 2016 or whatever it launched and immediately stopped.
Both of us did that. We both played, and I think
And there was
almost the
nothing to do.
same time. Yeah, it was like I cannot catch any more Rattatas and Ekans.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Done.
done.
Enough Pidgeys. I'm done.
Yeah.
But one of the first community days I did was the Squirtle one, where every single stop you spun had a Squirtle encounter as a reward,
What?
and the Squirtle encounter you'd get from the quest would be a Squirtle wearing a sunglasses, like the Squirtle squad from the show back in the
Right.
day.
Yeah.
And so I got a shiny Squirtle with sunglasses, and I don't even think it was that good. So I just made him a Blastoise. He still had his glasses, and I just pumped every little bit of dust I had into that guy. And he capped out at like 1800 and wasn't that good. And I still regret it, but
But you have it.
everyone goes through that, you know.
Throw him in a gym.
You find something you like.
Yeah. Man, I think over the last week I've probably eaten up about 750,000 dust in powering up Pokemon and stuff like that.
I did that after GoFest, man. I got oh man, I don't even remember. I just got so many good things. I got like a bunch of different. I got 2 4-stars. I just a bunch of new Pokemon. We Sarah and I did a ton of trading and got all these luckies and stuff.
Oh yeah, how'd you get trades?
So
Oh, between the two of you.
yeah, between the two of us, yeah.
Cool.
So we probably got like 3 or 4 luckies. So I just started. I went from like almost 2 mil dust to like 1.2.
I think I'm down at like 250K.
Poor little Calvin just will never not find something he wants to waste dust on, and he's always at like 200 dust. I think I had an issue where I couldn't trade him one time because he didn't have
You
enough.
didn't have any dust.
Yeah.
What's the strategy for rebuilding the dust pile?
But so I don't know if this is true, but Calvin swears to me that if you hit level 40, all XP afterwards gets converted into dust.
I'm 34, so it's going to be like 2 years before I hit 40.
That's not happening. I'm like 3/4 of the way to 40, and it feels like forever.
Yeah, you're going to tell us if that's true, and when you hit 40.
I don't think I'm going to be able to. There's like developer interviews and stuff talking about opening the cap to level 50.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
There's more stuff to do.
What do you get other than rewarding people for hitting each level? I mean, like, it just raises the cap on Pokemon to stronger and stronger.
I guess that's true. It does raise the Pokemon cap. It'll probably be like more diminished returns, but
Oh yeah, no kidding. What?
but back to GoFest.
Oh yeah, we didn't finish the Rocket Day.
The quest, yeah, the quest on the Rocket Day though. It depends on your value of, money and how much it was worth it. But that quest chain was really cool because after beating all of the leaders, each one of the leaders had one of the original legendary birds.
Oh, like
fight.
Zapdos and all those
Yeah,
guys?
Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. And so you'd fight them, and it seemed like it was locked in on getting whatever their first Pokemon was in the encounter as like your shadow Pokemon that you rescued.
Okay.
But for turning in the quest, each quest gave you the encounter with the shadow version of the bird.
Oof. We
So it
got to
was
talk
every
about this.
And so, and remember now, because this is something to consider too when taking this into effect, how cool that
Yep.
is that since it was a quest encounter, it's locked in at a minimum 10, 10, 10 IVs.
Yep.
So you're guaranteed to get a good one. Not like I was so disappointed when I did Giovanni for the first time and was like, I'm going to get this Shadow Entei, and that's going to be my fire Pokemon. And I got him, and he had like a combined 5 IVs.
Yeah, I think my
Suicune?
Suicune is like a 2-star that I got off of him.
which is just sad.
It's really sad
but
because it takes 20,000 dust to purify him and make him better.
I don't think you want to purify him.
No.
With those shadow moves doing more damage.
So how do you feel about this? There's a lot of people on the internet that are like, why is there an incentive to keep them shadow? Why, like, is story-wise, you're supposed to want to purify the Pokemon. Now there's an incentive because they become even more glass cannon-y, 1.2 times damage, 0.8 health. Or defense, I can't remember. But yeah, yesterday, or the day before, I got a Shadow Abra that is 1 IV off of perfect.
Dude, that's a dilemma.
Like, it could go to 4-star. The only detriment to these Shadow Pokemon is that
get a Shadow Mega Alakazam.
Well, hold on, but you can't change frustration.
But dude, you can. That was one of the big things during Community Day 2.
How?
Is all day during Community Day or during GoFest, they let you use TMs to change frustration.
Oh, so I screwed myself and didn't change frustration.
I'm sure they'll have another Rocket Day where they let you do it.
Okay.
But like, so you get all these shadow birds, and like all of us got our Articunos and Zapdoses were like, if we would have purified them, they'd be perfect, like 4-star legendary. But it's like 13, 15, 15. I'm not going to purify that as shadow. That's cool,
Yeah.
And then it ends with the quest to defeat Giovanni, and they had hyped it up where they're like, yeah, and during it you can encounter Giovanni, and you can get as a reward Shadow Persian. And you're like, that's okay, thanks guys. $15 question mark?
Why would I do that?
Yeah, why would you do that? Only the legendary he had in his encounter was Mewtwo.
Who?
And for turning in the quest, Giovanni.
So why can't you get the Mewtwo?
With Mewtwo. Well, for turning in the quest completion at the end of GoFest.
Oh, so you get
Shadow Mewtwo.
So you basically get Mewtwo for beating Giovanni.
Yep. And it's a locked, again, high IV locked one.
Oh.
So I have like a, 96% Shadow Mewtwo.
That you're never... And did you get rid of frustration on it?
I got rid of frustration and got him Psychic.
Oh my gosh.
It took like 15 TMs because he has so many moves, but it was worth it.
I also eaten a lot of my TMs. I don't know how to... I think you can get a lot of those back by doing the Battle League.
One of my biggest regrets is Sarah and I would raid, fairly often, but we didn't know about EX raids or didn't prioritize stuff like that. And we finally got an EX invite, like basically on one of the last cycles of when Mewtwo was the EX raid boss. And at the time when you caught him, since he was like only from EX raids, you could get Shadow Ball on him, which was like super cool because he was like really strong with the move because it gave him like good counters against stuff. But once they added Mewtwo to like the special raid weekend where anyone could get him, they made Shadow Ball a legacy move. And at the time, I only had like 6 TMs, and I used them all trying to get. Of course, Sarah gets it on the first try.
Sure.
And I used all 6 and didn't have any left, and like the time passed, and I didn't get another TM because they're so rare. So I have this Mewtwo that's just like, it's a lucky Mewtwo that's ready to go, and it's just not quite perfect because it can never get that move.
Well, but Shadow Ball is now worse than Psychic, right?
It depends on what you're going to use him for.
That's true.
And let me tell you, we did a lot of Mewtwo raids. So we have plenty.
I have a Mewtwo. I have 2 candies.
Ooh, start
And
walking.
dude, 20 kilometers of candy.
Oh my god. Okay, random tangent. I was trying to give my family gift ideas for my birthday,
Uh-huh.
and I was looking at that website. This is why I'm broke or whatever.com.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that one?
No.
And when I found an item that obviously we both need, is specifically designed for Pokemon Go. It's
Okay.
like you set it up on your desk and you place your phone in it, and it just like it's battery powered and just spins and shakes in circles.
So that it gets you
So it
steps?
gives you steps. Yeah.
Does it charge your phone while it's plugged in?
I don't know, but it was advertised as like can do 7,000 steps an hour or something like that.
Pokemon Go pedometer step counter. This is why I'm broke. Oh my gosh, it looks like one of those it looks like one of those dipping birds. You know what I mean?
That's a gift. Yeah, that's a gift that one of us probably need at some point in time, right?
Oh, but you also have to have the thing that I bought. I actually bought this for my sister-in-law. She also plays Pokemon Go, and
Oh, the pedometer
you
thing or
need the
the
Poke
watch thing.
ball.
Well, I technically have the ball.
Okay, I don't have the ball.
Would you have the like wrist thing though?
No. Although I could put my Apple Watch in it.
Oh yeah,
That would
does
work.
that may count it? Well, if you leave the app open, it may count as steps now.
Yeah, but I don't think you can put your phone in this machine.
I think you can. I thought it looked like you could.
I don't know, maybe. It shows the ball in
Just
it.
do you have a ceiling fan?
Yes.
Just get some duct tape.
All right. I'm listening.
Same process.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm now much more invested in my collection of Pokemon. I have found myself more interested on the whole in kind of mastering the Go Battle Leagues.
You know, I haven't even tried it.
The rewards are not great, but the battles don't take super long. And like if you just win one or two, you automatically get dust and a chance at items like rare candies or TMs or things like that. And then the rewards get better from there. So,
Well, I think I think one of the biggest things that not a lot of people understand about the game as it is now is that there's just a plethora of things to do for everyone. There's tons of PvP, there's tons of PvE, there's different types of PvE, there's more Pokemon than ever to catch, and not only that, they're still doing, nonstop. Like we have 4 weeks in a row now, right, of different random post Go Fest events.
oh, that's right.
Like
Yeah.
every week is something different.
Yeah.
Like there's always a reason to turn on the app and do something.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And if I can just get past this silly 15 wins in raids, I'd be able to keep moving in my larger quests.
Is that the one for completing all the other timed ones?
The throwback challenge champion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on that too. I got like 5 or 6 done over the Go Fest weekend, but yeah, I'm still at like 6 out of 15.
Yeah, and then I'm still stuck. I still have no Meltan. Cause
Oh well, do you not have Let's Go?
I do, but I'm stuck because I can't find any Ammonites or Kabutos.
Well, I mean, you don't need a Melton if you have Let's Go though. You
Wait,
can just catch Meltons.
oh, you mean the game?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, yeah, that's the name of the quest. No, I don't have that game
Oh.
because you told me it wasn't
Okay.
good.
The game was trash.
Okay, see, I trust your opinion when it comes to Pokemon.
I was
So-
playing it and not having fun because it was far too easy. And then I'm like, you know what? We're bum rushing straight, skipping every gym, going straight to the Safari Zone so I can get Meltons.
And then you just traded them to yourself.
Yeah. Well, you trade whenever you trade, and you can link any number of phones. So like if there's 15 people there, they can take a turn to link and transfer a Pokemon over.
Mm.
But every time you transfer a Pokemon, it opens up the Melton box in your Pokemon Go game.
Oh.
And then the box has like an internal cooldown of like 7 days or something that they may have lowered now. But when you open the box, it basically spawns an incense that just spawns just Meltons.
You think he's gonna get nerfed?
No, I don't think anything's getting nerfed.
Yeah, they only make stuff better at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've been like, even I don't, like I said, I don't PvP, but they keep actually making the moves like they are in the Pokemon game PvP wise, so that they actually stat raise and stat drop and stuff.
They do.
So
Yeah.
they're adding complexity to it too, which is just, for a 2-button game, is kind of confusing. But
It is. Sometimes it is. I agree. Yeah. I'm glad we talked about it. So, irrespective of trying to make some sort of monetary decision for people, would you, let's say next year GoFest is or isn't around in its former capacity, but they decide to keep this no matter what happens, would you spend the $15 again?
if it's, to me, I never spend any money on this game.
I have never spent a dime
I
on
think
it.
I think the only time I ever before this, I can't even remember what it was. I feel like I spent money on it one time prior. It may have been I was like just shy of enough coins for like a 1K box thing.
Mm.
But for never spending money on this game, the amount of fun I had over a 20-hour course of time over that weekend, I would do it again in a heartbeat next year.
Okay.
It was just, and it's one of those things where I don't know. It's, it depends on the person. I don't think I could stomach that by myself, but I was with Calvin and Sarah for 20 hours walking around, getting exhausted, having a blast, just as everyone, it's so much fun. Just even not when you're not the one getting the shiny, but seeing else someone get so excited about getting a random digital Pokemon that's colored differently.
I
Just seeing that excitement is just so much fun.
I absolutely remember. I'm still not that. I love the game more than ever. I'm still not that invested in it, and yet I still can feel the high that I had when that guy walked by us one day and was like, "There's a 4-star Rhyhorn over there."
Oh yeah, and just let's go.
It was literally like everybody was just like, "Oh, go, go, go!"
Oh, you want to be sad is I remember the first community day that Sarah and I did back when we started playing again was the Eevee weekend, and there was that exact same rush that happened because there was a 4-star Eevee and everyone ran to get it, and we were sub level 30. So it was random spawn and not set.
Oh no.
So we didn't even know what was going on because everything was a different world.
It has been extremely valuable, and one of the reasons I like talking about the game for people to hear is because like I am always at a loss. Like, oh, this isn't the best thing to have done. Why is this a good thing? Like, I didn't quite get how hard it was until I started to move into needing to beat these bosses of like actually the IVs matter, but they don't matter as much as like not having to use 50 TMs to get the right move to be the right counter. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean it's just, yeah, it's the little things that make the game, make you more invested in the game, make you more choices counting. It's not just a collectathon type thing where, a collectathon.
But it could be if you want it to be.
Right, it could be, and that's what I'm saying. Like now, it actually matters because there's more Pokemon to collect.
Yeah.
So there's literally something for every type of way you play the game. The only thing I wish would change with the remote stuff is it makes me really sad doing community days now, and just sitting there and you can pop an incense and you get this like one spawn every 30 seconds or whatever where it's super increased. But man, I miss being able to shout out, okay, 916, catch that one. That one's the good one.
Oh,
because everyone's spawn is different.
Yeah. It literally just becomes how fast can you throw balls.
Yeah.
And it's tougher because there's no Pokestops or whatever. So like I run out.
It's only tough for you because you refuse to have a buddy with enough level to bring you Pokeballs.
Okay,
back.
What is the proper level?
I think it's like the 2nd tier.
Okay, I think I've finally done that.
There is a community day next weekend.
Okay.
Make sure you have a buddy ready for that.
Okay, what level does he have to be? Because I think I got my Aggron.
I think it's the... Why did you pick Aggron, by the way?
Because it's a 4-star?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue it's a 4-star, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just lame. It's not good competitively, but it's fine. It's 4-star, I get it.
It might be okay at for gyms, right?
Nah, I guess. He's one of those Pokemon that has like a ton of weaknesses, so it makes him like
Okay.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's a 4-star. I get it. I can get behind it.
All right. Well, I think this guy's level 2.
And for everyone listening at home, 4-star means 100% perfect.
Yes. Perfect IVs, not perfect level, I guess. Perfect underlying stats.
It'll get there eventually.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, I got a lot of candy for this guy. I just don't want to spend all this dust to level him up. We got a dust problem over here, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, that's for sure. I mean, the only thing I can say is just cherish any of those star piece items or whatever, and just wait for. I actually think this community day is 3 times boosted dust.
For catch?
Yeah,
Okay, I have.
I think so, and it's Magikarp too, so it's like you're never gonna not catch it.
No, I know, right? Like, you want a freaking 4-star Gyarados? I do.
Yeah, I know.
Or a shiny
one, the red Gyarados. Ooh.
Yeah, okay, I have 20 star pieces and 20 incense ready to go.
Yeah, I think that would be a good time to use it.
Okay. Well, I got to make sure the buddy's right because I only have
Yeah, you need to get those balls back.
fifth Pokeball. So, okay. Well, I'm glad you had a really good time at GoFest. I think if they brought it back next year, I was trepidatious, and I've heard from you and from 2 other people that did it that they had a blast. I would do it next year.
Sweetie, do you mind watching the kids for an entire weekend?
I'm going to be gone playing Pokemon for 20 of the next 48 hours.
It's a business trip to the park.
I can write it off as an expense. I'll just be 20 miles away. Oh, man. Thanks for chatting with me, man.
No problem. It was a blast.
It was. It's nice not to do it over text.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much to talk about in that game. And I learned like how many things tonight.
Oh, I mean, there's stuff like you told me that Shadow Pokemon had boosted attack now.
See?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I'm good for something. All right. Well, until next Pokemon Go podcast.
We are like Team Go Rocket. We took over the podcast.
We did. It's ours now. This is a Pokemon Go only podcast from now on. We were goers.
There you go.